1545, the English ship the Mary Rose sank to the bottom of the ocean. But what's interesting is that it sank off the coast of England, which is very cold water, meaning that the ship was really well preserved, and we got to learn quite a lot about this Tudor-era ship. In the 1980s, they lifted this thing out of the ocean, did preservation work as well as a lot of archaeological research. They found a lot of interesting things like these giant cannons. And this is 1545. They had a lot of gunpowder, they had these gigantic cannons, and the ship actually had a large amount of cannons, many of which were actually able to be saved not that long after sinking because there were primitive ways of being able to retrieve some things. But obviously they didn't get nearly as many. Look how cool that is. Something else that they were able to retrieve was the English longbow, one of the most famous bows in human history. This is well into the gunpowder era. I just showed you a bunch of cannons. However, the English longbow was such a successful piece of weaponry that they continued using it for hundreds of years after the point of which gunpowder and firearms were good enough. You would think they wouldn't use anymore. 50 years after Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue, they're still using longbows. And what's crazy about these longbows is that some of them were over 175 pounds in draw weight, meaning that you need to be able to use 175 pounds to pull that back. Those of you who aren't archers, that is a ton of weight. I mean, literally it's 175 pounds of weight, but that is so much. And this explains why these were so good. They could shoot at extremely large distances, and with the large arrow and the strength of that pullback, they could shoot right through armor.